like going hunting, just me, my hound, and my gun. Chasing them deer, rabbit, and squirrel, now that's my kind of fun. I like going fishing too, I'll go on any whim, looking for the big bass, the poppy, and the brim. Just give me a wide open field to walk through. Give me an ocean so deep. I want to ride the longest river in the world, or maybe climb the highest mountain peak. Like going down to the fishing hole, my buddies and me and my old cane pole. Bait them hooks and wet them lines, it's the life I love so fine. It's almost supper time, you'd think the world was mine.
And now for today's outdoor adventure, here's Archie Phillips.
Coming down the middle, over the top!
Oh, there.
How much is there out there?
There they come. We're out at Pinson, Alabama, in one of the finest dove fields in the world. It's 1 minute after 12, and the birds has come in here like you wouldn't believe. We got a rainy old bad day, but it don't look like it slowed the birds down the least bit, coming down the tree line. So we're fixing to get started. Got Ron Cates right here that cranks everything up. He started shooting before we even got the show started.
Yeah, they got going. Look, coming across.
There they come, low bird.
Watch them low now.
And we got folks here
Down the middle.
from all over.
Coming across, Archie.
Coming across. Here we come. Here we come. There we go. Look at that one. There's one coming down like a helicopter. Oh,
watch the low bird. You see where I can hit Albert? Out in front, Scott.
Behind you.
Come right over you, Albert, over the top. Right over the top of you, Albert.
There it goes. Good shot. Good shot, Ron. Woo! He getting hot out here today, ain't he, Scott?
I don't have nobody to fetch it, though, Archie.
I ain't been watching y'all. I've been an awful lot of shooting you and Arthur back down yonder. What's been going on down there?
We really can't get too many shots because of y'all two up here.
Oh, listen, them birds been flying out the middle of the field.
You notice that Archie, Scott and Albert hadn't been letting us know when they come to these trees. They've been waiting to get out here.
Yeah,
they think we're going to see them.
Scott and Albert have helped you on this field, haven't
We've done all the work.
All right, well, you know something I ain't quite understood about this corn now. We got to make sure everybody understands what we're talking about now, Scott. Y'all put the corn out here. You actually feed these birds for what, 2 months?
About that.
And you just put the corn out.
Sprinkle it out there.
On the middle of the field, down the middle of the field,
draw them to the
center.
So in other words, you think that they'll be trained like when they come in today, they're trained to come down the middle of the field?
Like that one coming in right there?
Yeah, he's coming.
Oh, don't shoot him, let him go.
All right, then the next step, you do this for what, 2 or 3 months?
About a month and a half to 2 months.
All right, the key is 10 days, right?
Before
you stop.
You're going to hunt.
10 days before you stop.
You have to have your bait up, or your, like your corn, you have to have it up. Get on through. You have to have your corn up, all your bait up, 10 days before, out.
Okay.
Now, you can wait and plant your field up to as long as you want, but your bait has to be out of here.
Okay.
What we disc our fields.
Okay.
Take our bait up.
Okay.
Okay, we come back in here, and like we planted our fields one at a time.
I see.
So we didn't plant them all at the same time, we planted them one at a time.
I see.
That way, in case we're trying to scatter it out, what bad weather can hurt you, rain's the worst thing for dove.
Come on up and sprout it.
See that?
Yeah.
We've got it sprouted.
We've done this field.
Okay.
So you haven't got it sprouted here yet because this is the first rain we've had since we've done it.
So that gives...
Down the tree line. Right over you, Carl.
There you go.
Good shot, John.
So in other words, once you disc it and you got your bait up 10 days prior, then it's regular agriculture practice.
Right. We're planting this really, and it's for our cows. Once it sprouts, we'll put our cows in here to eat it.
I see. And that way you can keep them in here, and your birds are generally here year round now, but with your practice, isn't it?
Right. We train, and we've got a good flyway right here, Archie. This railroad track's been a flyway since about 1957, my grandfather says.
Yeah, you was telling me that not only do you attract the doves, though, but everything else gets a free ride, don't you? All the songbirds, the quails.
We got the prettiest crows in the world out here, Archie. You ought to see. They're big beaks and shiny and black.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 28, Bass 2. A sequel to our original bass video, Bass 2 shows you 3 entirely different techniques of catching bass.
We illustrate worm fishing using a 4-inch worm, plunking on top with a plunker and a jig, and a little-known technique of jigger pole fishing. This will really excite you. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Volume 28, Bass 2, at your local video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
Look, coming over here, Brian! Here they come, boys. Look up!
Well, you run out of bullets in a hurry.
I wouldn't go to Mexico if I could stay here. Would you, Archie?
No, I had a trip. I had a
No
free
way.
trip down there.
I couldn't hit him with this 26-inch barrel, but I shot.
You see what that? We got
They're
two
still
that
coming,
time. You see
still
that?
coming right at us.
Got one right over here. You got one right there.
There you go, too.
See mine?
That shot, woo! Look at that shot. See that reach out and touch somebody.
There's mine right there. I'm gonna
Hey, here they come again, here they come again.
All right, you see the yours right, Sean.
I'm still shooting right.
Woo! Ron, let's bring in birds. I see our chef coming there. That's Gus Hawkins coming up, and that's David and Mark. They bringing some cleaning water. Now, isn't Scott the main dove cleaner?
That's a cleaner.
He's just cleaning, all right? Yeah, we got old Gus in. We're going to have some barbecue today. I guarantee you we're going to have some barbecue. I want to introduce them folks here to Gus Hawkins. Gus comes from a long line of barbecuers. Isn't that right, Gus?
Yes, sir.
They tell me your daddy barbecued for the TC&I for 40 years, didn't he?
He barbecued for the whole company.
The whole company at U.S. Steel over in
That's
Fairfield,
right.
Alabama, right?
That's right.
Now, Gus, you reckon that you can do anything with these doves today?
Oh, I can do more with them than a lot of people think I can.
Well, what happened now, I done told it, it's about 25, 30 fellas, and I've been bragging on you since 11 o'clock this morning. You ain't gonna let me down, are you?
Ain't no way.
All right, well, now we got Scott over here. Scott is the cleaner up. I even got your own cleaner man for you. All you got to do is tend to the cooking. Can you handle that?
I can handle that.
All right, Scott, how about you coming over here? And Scott's going to give us a little, maybe right here, Scott. How about right here? Can you do it right there?
I got a bowl in there.
All right, well, what main thing I want Scott to do is just show us in one easy, quick lesson how to clean a dove, and then we'll let him get on wide open, and then we'll start our cooking. All right, show us how to do that, Scott.
Well, I found it a lot easier if you just pop these wings off. It'll make it a lot easier for that breast to come out.
Okay.
Just take them.
Just twist them off. Okay.
And take them around like that. You can feel right there.
Reach right in the back, right there where the breastbone stops,
Feel the
right?
bottom of the breastbone.
Okay.
Stick your finger in.
Just pull it right out, right?
Pull that on off.
And then you just pull the
Pull
skin,
the skin off.
right around the breast, isn't it, Scott?
Just like doing a chicken.
Just like a chicken. All right. Now, that piece with the feathers off, now we got a bucket of water. We're going to keep these things clean now, Gus.
I got my rubber glove.
All right, look here. Going to clean them things off. Carry your bucket of water.
I got a big bowl in there.
Now, look at that right there. Now, you think that ain't going to be some fine doings? Now, what kind of trimmings we going to have, Gus?
We're going to have rice, and that's what I got, rice and gravy.
Okay.
I got my skillet in there. I'm going to cook some gravy, too.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have these barbecue. I'm going to put the bacon around them.
All right.
And then I'm going to barbecue these in the grill.
In the grill. All right, well, what we going to do, us fellas here, you go and get started. We're going to go shoot a few doves here, so we'll have plenty for the pot, and you go to cooking.
I'll be ready.
Scott, let's shoot a few more birds here. Let's get it.
Come over!
Oh, look at that pretty dog work right there, Scott.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Might have to get me one of them.
Oh, Robert Shell got that dog trained good. Get him, Mark. Oh, good shot. Good shot. There's another one. Y'all let that one get by. Now, Mark, I want you and David, we got the skillet hot. Now, I want y'all putting some meat on the table.
All right.
David, you think you can handle that? All right. Let's get something ready. Don't shoot them way out there where you got to go way. Shoot them right here close. Okay? All right. Shoot them and catch them. Woo! Look at there. Look at there. Sliding through lows, what they're doing. They're going to feed in spite of what we're doing. Mark, they're going to come over this corner fast. That red one's coming up.
You said you want some birds, didn't you?
That's right. That's right. Now, I want you to tell me who these youngsters are that can do all that fancy shooting now. I like to know fellas that... He did. This boy right here.
This is my cousin, Mark. He helps us out here on the video.
Does he? Come in here, Mark. Say he got 3 in a row.
That's what they say. I didn't see it.
Where'd you learn to shoot that good, Mark?
Shoot, I don't know.
You like it out here. Well, now, is his granddaddy's place, too?
Yes, sir.
I see. Well, granddaddy, he got lots of folks that like to come out here on Dove Day, hasn't he?
Yes, sir.
Who's your other buddy that just knocked that
That's
down?
my buddy Jeff. I went to school with him.
What's Jeff's last name?
Dennis.
Jeff Dennis. Glad to have you aboard,
Yeah.
Jeff, out here in the field. It's a good shot you just made just then.
Appreciate it.
Now, let me tell y'all something. Gus over here has got us a mess of doves a-cooking. So don't y'all let up now. We got to have enough for supper.
All right.
Think there'll be enough coming in here?
They should be. It's getting about feeding time for them.
All right, well, let's settle around here and let's see if we can knock some more one out of the air there, okay? All right.
Go ahead.
That ought to be coming on in.
Hey,
Ron,
Will.
what y'all been doing back up in yonder now?
Missing.
Who is this right here?
This is Brian Donovan right here.
Glad to meet you, Brian. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right down the middle. See, Archie, it's getting about that time, too. They fixing to really start
Fixing to
coming
lay in here, ain't they, now?
About
What time's the best time now, Ron?
About 3:30 to 5:30. They really start coming in here good. Yeah, right down the middle now. Here we go.
Get them, boys.
Me.
Good. Good. Oh,
Lot
yeah.
of money
Down
after
he
that
comes.
third one.
There you go.
Yeah, about 3:30, right about 15, 20 more minutes. They'll start really
Everybody got to
hitting
get
the
their pockets full of bullets.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Got a
Everybody
fine shootout here today, Ron. These fellas have a good time out here, don't they?
That's what we work for.
Yes,
That's what we work
sir.
for.
I ain't seen a frown on anybody's face.
I
see one in this round here.
That's right.
Who is that coming up on that motorcycle right yonder?
Jack Robinson, he got his corner spot. He's had it for 5 years. He won't let nobody else have that
Where's
corner
his
but
corner?
him.
Down yonder?
Down in that fence line down there by that big old dead tree
Yeah.
all the way over there.
Buddy, he's rigged up on that motor there, ain't he? He's coming on in here.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 27, Crappie 2. Crappie 2 is a sequel to our original Crappie video, which gives you 3 seasons and the techniques to catching crappie, from cold weather winter fishing to a man that uses a little different technique. And in the heat of the summer, a top-notch jig fisherman shows you how to catch fish in deeper water. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Volume 27, Crappie 2 at your local video store.
Who we got coming up here, Ron?
Archie, these two boys here, this is John Keith, this is Carl Manchie. Carl Manchie's Deli always brings our tamales out here.
Oh, John, Carl, what have you got there?
Archie, I can tell by your size you like to eat, so I brought you something.
Hey, wait a minute.
Help
What are
you
them
make it
things?
through
Hot
the day.
tamales?
That's right, Archie. I brought them out here especially for you.
Hey, I believe them has got the old-timey corn shucks on
I'm
them.
telling you.
Well, listen, my daddy, when I wasn't big as nothing, used to go up there to town. Had a fella on the corner with a little push cart.
Right.
You know anything about them folks?
Well, that's my grandfather had those people.
That was your granddaddy.
That's right.
Every Friday and Saturday night my daddy was living and he was off. He went up there to the terminal station in Birmingham and got us. And so these is your granddaddy's old receipt and all?
That's right. We've been making tamales since the 20s in Birmingham.
Since 1920, huh?
That's right.
And you brought them out in this Duffy. I ought to hug his neck.
I'm going to tell you something.
Just go ahead and
Hey,
give them to
Archie,
me. I
you
can
notice
handle.
he's got a
Hey.
private spot to park every time.
Oh,
don't you?
yeah, I
You can't
can
even
see
get in this
that.
field and park.
Well, Carl, I
He gets in here.
appreciate that. And I tell you, my mama hadn't had a good hot tamale in over 20 years. And where you're located, you ain't over half a mile from where she lives.
It's 1207 South 20th Street.
Well, her name's Rhoda Phillips. So what you got to remember, anytime somebody said I'm Rhoda, you know that's my mama. I'm going to send her to see you.
We'll take care of her.
All right, well, I'm going to get over here under the 10 out of the rain and eat. Ron, you eat one of these mollies with me?
You darn right,
Now,
Archie.
come on,
I
let's do
wouldn't
it.
never miss one of them.
Thank you, fellas. Good Good shot, David. Good shot.
Now, your boy got to sit there and help me clean a few of these birds now. Y'all gonna help shoot them, you gonna help clean them.
Wow, sounds good to me.
Me and Archie's been having to clean the majority of them.
Gus, they dropping birds all around us here.
Yeah? Thank you, Mr. Archie.
Okay.
Go ahead. Now,
All
what
right.
I'm gonna do here, is get ready to skew my get ready to skew them.
All right.
Yeah, you use a toothpick,
Yep.
slice of bacon.
And you cut that bacon in half, didn't you,
cut
Gus?
it in half.
All right.
And you take one piece of bacon,
All right.
one piece,
Okay.
and get you one breast,
One breast.
wrap it all around there.
All right.
So it goes around and lap over.
Okay.
Then you take your toothpick
Okay.
and you skew it.
Stick it right in there.
Stick it right down in there, skew it, just like that.
All right. Now what you gonna do?
Then you place it right there
In the pan.
in the pan.
All right. You gonna what? Put that pan on them charcoals.
That pan goes on the charcoal.
All right. Well, you go and do them. I'm gonna shoot us a few more doves so we won't run out of something to eat.
All right, you
Oh.
won't get out.
All right. I'm be right on back with you. Just a minute, Gus.
That's good.
Boy, they in here, ain't they, Mark?
I ain't never seen nothing like it.
Now you ain't seen the feeding run yet.
I don't know that I can shoot any faster.
You ever see the 12 o'clock run? There he is. There he is.
Shoot at that tree now.
I ain't shooting in no tree. And Mark, when you've been standing up about 3 hours, you get you one of these old revolving dove stews. See right here?
Yeah.
It comes this way, you just revolve around. See right, that's one of them modern ways to hunt.
That's kind of like a recliner.
Like a recliner, except it revolves. And see, you put your bullets down in the bottom, and your soda pop in there.
Uh-huh.
Like if we was way off from the truck somewhere,
Uh-huh.
and then you got all your stuff in one little box, see? Now, Al, I know you're over here in official capacity now. You ain't got nobody over here on no illegal dove fields nowhere, have
No,
you?
sir. No, everybody's got floods and everybody got license.
That's
We've already
right.
checked them all.
And we all in the county, so this
Yes,
is
they
the
are in the
sheriff's
county.
jurisdiction, not city police, right?
That's correct.
Okay, you ain't seen no violations, nothing, have you?
None whatsoever.
Gus ain't messed up on the cooking, has he?
No, Gus has done fine. Gus did an excellent job.
That's from my cornbread.
I got some cornbread, too.
I'll try your cornbread.
Gus has got some cornbread. He's got some baked fish. Now, you ain't ever eat no cornbread. You eat some of Gus's cornbread.
Saw them wings in
Now, he knows how to cook cornbread, Al.
there? That is good. I probably did. You need to open a restaurant, Gus.
Well, I got up and eat. Now, I do that one got good for him.
Yeah, that's the best stuff I ever ate.
My daddy cooked, though. He used to cook barbecue for a whole mining camp.
I mean, you know, U.S. Steel, they used to have the mines, and each little division would have a barbecue. And then they had the steel plant, and then they'd have the divisions, and then they have the salary people. His daddy cooked for 40 years. That's all he did every day was cook, TCI. And he taught old Gus a few tricks, too.
Yeah, you're going to have to give up some of these trade secrets now. You're going to have to give up some of these trade
He
secrets.
got some good barbecue sauce,
I'm
too.
telling you.
Well, that's what makes the meats and the breads and things good is the spices.
That's
Sure
right.
enough.
And Gus ain't never cooked doves right in the dove field like we doing today, though. But he's cooking about as fast as he get them cooked. Them boys coming in. They get them coming in and eating these doves.
They're good, Gus. Excellent.
David, what's that on your arm?
Right there?
What is that? Have you done shot your arm off, son?
Not all, but it's almost all.
Almost off. It's plenty red.
enough.
Instead of having that shirt cut out like that, you need to have a pad on that arm right there, don't it? Now, see, Scott there, he got a pad on his. That's what you need in one of these dove fields. And some good cushion on the end of your gun.
Yeah.
You ain't got to be no hero out there and keep the... You know, I shot so many bullets last year, Scott, I blowed a crick in my neck, stayed there till hunting season was over. You know, you sit down and let that thing just keep kicking at you. First thing you know, it'll jar your whole neck out of line.
They make him a bull patch you just put on your shoulder.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
I noticed Albert's got one on down there.
Yeah.
They're wore out.
yeah.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Oh, before I got it.
No.
God, that's beautiful.
Woo, I'm out of bullets. Out of bullets, Mark. One shot.
Hey, Archie.
How y'all doing over there today?
Have you been able to hit any birds over here without me slowing them down for you?
Well, I tell you what, we've had an Olympic shooter over here. We've had 2 dead eyes across the road over here, and I see them just about the time I get the gun up on my shoulder. Out in the road have been coming. You been behaving yourself?
Yes, sir. You doing okay?
Now we got Gus over here cooking us up some of them doves, and we got some rice, and we got some cornbread, and we got some a little bit of everything. And you doctoring that one batch up now, ain't you, Gus?
Yes, sir. That's in the middle.
Yeah, that in the middle. All right. Hot tamales. Got all kind of stuff here today. Yeah, we've been skinning them and putting them in the pot. Y'all do out on y'all's end down there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Got plenty of sheep.
I see. Woo! Look at there. Look at there.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 26, Black Powder Hunting. Relive the experience of your forefathers by experiencing hunting with the old style. Hunting with a black powder shotgun is an enjoyable way to put a little variety in your hunting style. You learn how to load the old smoke pole and how to anticipate the delayed action. This video includes hunting of quail, squirrel, and rabbit. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Volume 26, Black Powder Hunting.
Now, Ron, I think everybody out here, y'all had a good time today, huh? Yeah. Ron, you've put on one of the finest shoots, you and Scott and the other fellows there that's helped you. And this is our second trip out here. We're some of the finest shooting I have seen in this country. And we want to thank you, and I appreciate the shoot. Y'all fellas have a good time?
Yes.
And we've got our doves on the grill here. And we've got, that's a late
right
shooter.
behind us.
And we got our doves on the grill. We got some of them done cooked, some more coming up, and we're gonna sit around here and finish up a beautiful day with a dove feast here, Ron. And anything you want to tell the folks, just let them have it.
So we had a great time, so I can say, you know, you're welcome back next year.
Well, we sure appreciate it, and y'all do a fine job. And Gus, we especially want to thank you for bringing that good old Inslee technique out here on this barbecue. And y'all think Gus done a good job? Any of y'all? There we go. So we're gonna get back and maybe shoot a little bit more and eat us a little supper here and wrap it up. And
I haven't read when y'all get
yeah, okay. Y'all folks stay tuned again for some more Outdoors with Archie Phillips.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 25, Smallmouth. The acrobats of the bass family, smallmouth is known for its jumping exits from the waters, and this video is no exception. You learn how to catch them in swift water with live bait, and also on grubs while jigging on Indian mounds. You learn the rigging techniques as well as where to get the bait. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Volume 25, Smallmouth, at your local video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
Well, I like going hunting, just me, my hound, and my gun. Chasing them deer, rabbit, and squirrel, now that's my kind of fun. I like going fishing too, I'll go on any whim, looking for the big bass, the poppy, and the brim.
Just give me a wide open field to walk through. Give me an ocean so deep. I want to ride the longest river in the world, or maybe climb the highest mountain peak. Like going down to the fishing hole, my buddies and me, and my old cane pole, bait
them hooks and wet them lines. It's the life I love so fine. It's almost supper time. You'd think the world was mine.
We're way out in the middle of a swamp. In fact, I don't even know where we're at other than we're in the state of Louisiana, near New Orleans, with my good friend Greg Crane and Howard Callahan. Both of them are superb hunters. They're also excellent taxidermists, and both of them have won awards all over the national scene with their bird work. And not only do they mount all these things, they know them from their natural habitat. And now, Greg, you manage all this swampland down here, don't you?
That's correct.
How much you got under control here?
We have 8,000 acres here.
8,000 acres. And what's the deal on leasing to duck hunters? How do y'all do that?
Okay, we don't lease a pond, we lease an area. And each area contains roughly 200 acres. And we let the hunter put 2 blinds on that 200 acres. So that way there's about 198 acres that he can't hunt. And that way that gives the birds a place to rest, gives them a chance to, keep away from gunfire, and keeps the birds in the area all season that way.
I see. Well, how many people do you lease these plots to?
We have 35 leases.
35 leases.
On this 8,000 acres.
Well, I don't see how they know which one is theirs. I mean, I got out here with you and you got that big old airboat over, and that is a fine boat to get around these swamps. Do them fellas just have little stakes up with their numbers on it, or how do you know whose is where?
Well, you get to learn it after a while. You pretty well know which ponds are yours and which ones aren't yours.
I see.
So everybody, they really doesn't have that much of a problem.
Now you and Howard, y'all got adjoining ponds, had you? Or close?
Adjoining areas.
Adjoining areas,
Right.
yeah. Which one's the best?
Both.
Both.
Greg sure hunts a lot in my area. I can tell you.
Well, the way we did, now we left it, it was slap dark, and I couldn't see nothing. I mean, I know you knew where you was going, but we came out here, and we're in a little box y'all made here.
Blind.
A little blind with wire, and this is all, y'all put all this up like this, right?
Right.
To make a real good place to get in. We've got our little dove stools here, or duck stools that we can sit on. And of course, there was water in here when we got here this morning, so
And it's already fell out.
I'm gonna tell this all the folks ain't duck hunting. Go ahead and get you waterproof boots or waders, regardless what these fellas tell you, because you're gonna be in water. And
well, you live in southeast Louisiana. Everything you own is rubber.
That's right. It's got to be heavy. Well, now listen, Howard, on this setting these things up now, you know that they land in these little ponds. Is that right?
That's correct.
In other words, y'all know this is a good spot. Now, you come put decoys. What's the system you used on these decoys?
Well, Greg kind of put decoys in little spots off to the side, and he put all of the teal ducks together, and he put the mallards in pairs, because this time of the year the mallards are starting to pair up. You can see drakes and hens together. And what he's trying to do is give the birds an opportunity to come in the land to a real relaxed situation. When birds get nervous, when ducks get nervous, they get together and they jump up all in a flock. And when they're relaxed, they swim around in groups around the edge and feed and talk to each other, kind of like people do.
I see.
And so what you're trying to do is give the birds a situation where it's a relaxed area to come in.
In other words, you want things to look like everything's hunky-dory. Just drop right in here.
There's a party going on.
Yeah. Well, now the white birds, Greg. What is the purpose of them little white birds you got stuck out there on the edges of the water?
Okay, those are confidence decoys. So in this area we have a lot of egrets, and normally wherever you find ducks, there's a few egrets standing around the banks. So when a bird comes over, it just makes it look everything that much more natural, and gives them confidence everything's okay.
All right, now, before we get into a whole lot of action here, I wish you would just, either one of you, or one do one, one do the other, give us your basic calls and why you use them. So, Howard, we had some in while you was coming up, 2 teals landed. We're going to tell them this too now. You put your airboat way on out of the way.
Right.
And you come paddle back up in a little old P-row boat, right?
Right.
While you was coming up, the 2 teals landed right here while Howard and I were working this. There was widgeons, wasn't it, that come in a while ago? And what are your basic calls, and when do you use them?
Well, we use what we call a highball call, which is an attention getter. When birds are flying around and you're not sure they see the decoys, then you give them a real.
There's two right yonder. Look
yeah,
over, look over back.
They looking, they want us, they want to come in. If they think there's a party going on.
What is those two there?
There's a little teal there, two little teal.
Okay.
And we have blue wing and green wing out here, but mostly blue wing. And we use an attention getter, and the birds, then when we realize that the birds see the decoys, then we start laying off the calling and quacking and feed calling and kind of just a real
blow
relaxed.
me a highball
real relaxed.
before we
For
get into
example, the birds were off in the distance and we wanted to get their attention. We hit them with something like this. And as they start seeing the decoys and working in, we'll slow down. And that's just kind of a chattering like you're feeding around the edge, and that gives them, there again, the illusion that it's a real calm setting and birds feeding.
All right, now they start circling, then what you do?
Well, you get down.
You get down.
And you don't move. Ducks can pick up movement. Camouflage is real important, but movement is the most important. I believe you could sit out here in a white t-shirt, and if you didn't move, they wouldn't notice you as much as they do movement, especially on bright, sunshiny days. Sort of like deer hunting and other game, you know, they can pick up the movement. And you just get down and start working the birds, trying to get them to look at the decoys and feel confident. And you have to watch them and decide what they want to do and work towards that situation.
Now, if they're going, let's say they flared out, what would you do? Look like you're going to lose them. What would you do then?
Well, you'd hit them with what we call a comeback call, and basically it's come back, darn fool, come back. And you go, and that's kind of like, come on back. And you hit a high note and a low note, and it gets their attention, and hopefully they swing around again, and then you calm down. Let the decoys do the work. Basically, the decoys should do most of your work.
But, and can you overcall them?
Oh, yeah, especially late in the season when ducks have gotten used to hunters, decoys, and calling. You can overcall them. Then we switch calls then. We switch to a real soft call, or we switch to something.
Show me a soft call.
Well, it would be just a little quack, like.
And that'll bring them on in a little bit.
That hopefully will bring them in.
Uh-huh, I got you.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 23, Bottom Fishing. Off the Gulf Coast has always yielded many good catches because of the reef-building efforts of the captains found in this video. Whether you like plate size or man size, you learn the rigging techniques from veteran deckhands that keep you hooked up. You see triggerfish, amberjack, groupers, and even a stingray. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Volume 23, Bottom Fishing.
Holy mackerel.
Look to your right.
I see him. Good shot, Greg. Good shot.
It's a gadwall.
Gadwall.
Beautiful Drake gadwall.
Oh, yeah.
Nice shot, Greg.
Good shot, Greg.
I was going to shoot, but it was on your side.
Now, your dog going out yonder, Greg, what's his name?
Dutch.
Dutch. Is he a young dog or
Yeah,
old dog?
This is the 11th hunt he's made. So he's got a lot of learning to do, but he's going to be a good one there in another couple of years.
Boy, I tell you what, ain't nothing like a good dog out in this old marsh, is it?
Well, you shoot them, they fall out in that grass. You just know how they're going to find them unless you got a dog.
I'll bring my son.
You bring your son. Now he's gonna bring it to your door over there. Is that what he'll do,
Yeah.
Greg?
If we don't have a dog, we let the guest pick up the birds.
Uh-oh. All right, let's show identification.
That's a good Drake gadwall, 20 points.
Let's see right here now, Greg. Get the bird over here a minute. Let's look at him. All right, show some identifying characteristics of the bird there now.
Okay, Drake gadwall is the only duck that has white on the speculum, the only puddle duck.
Uh-huh.
It's male, has black beak, white breast.
Excellent eating. Fine table bird.
Now, I know about all this cooking now. Howard here's a master at that cooking, ain't it? Look, come in yonder, sit down, everybody, sit down. Look, come in yonder. Sit.
It's all mouth. All mouth.
Right, thank you.
Watch where it goes. Pow, right yonder.
So you got him marked?
Yeah, I got him. Right yonder.
I couldn't see. He's in the middle.
Greg, you see that one?
Nope.
Look right yonder. See where he went? Right yonder. He's right on the bank over there.
All right.
Hen wants to come.
Yeah. Forward.
If he'd get on up there with that northeast wind, it'll come right across his nose there.
He's convinced that bird's right there, though.
Well, it may be right there. The bird could have run down the bank.
$1,500 he ought to be on that bird.
$1,500.
The $6 million dog.
He calls it a $6 million dog. He better take his heartworm medicines every day.
Did you train him yourself or have him trained, Greg?
Both.
Both. You just say you're still training, huh?
Oh yeah. You until about the third season. They're, you know, when you work one at home and then you come out and work him under these conditions, it's entirely different. And there's so many more smells out here for him to have to sort through.
Uh-huh.
And about the third season, they really come into their own, and from then, however long they live, it is a joy to hunt with them.
Well,
You don't have to tell them anything. They know exactly. They know to watch for birds, and you shoot, they'll see the bird fall out of the sky, and you know they mark them, and they're pleasure to hunt with once they get a couple of seasons under the belt.
Uh-huh. Now, Howard, you know that that last time I ate with you, you told me how to cook up alligator. Now, what you gonna do with these ducks now? What's a good Cajun way to fix these ducks?
Well, I don't know if it's Cajun, but I like to smoke them.
Come.
Smoke them.
Come.
Pluck them. A lot of people don't pluck their game. They skin them. And I like, late in the year when the ducks are real fat, I like to pluck them and put them in a smoker.
All right, now how do you go about plucking them?
Well, you pull all of the feathers out, and then it's a lot easier when the birds are dry. You get all of the feathers off. Some people use a torch or a flame of some sort to singe the down feathers. But as long as you get all the feathers off, the skin keeps the duck moist while it's cooking. And of course, the smoker keeps them real moist. It only takes about 3 or 4 hours, depending on the size of the duck. It's an excellent way of fixing them.
What, do you just put them in there with hickory wood or what?
Yeah, hickory wood, and we put the seasoning, whatever seasoning you want, lemon, pepper, bay leaf, Worcestershire sauce in the water, in the smoking water, and those seasonings are picked up on the bird. It's an excellent way of fixing them, and it doesn't take near as long.
And then just slice them off and go at it, right?
Yeah, just slice them off, and you know, one duck would feed one person, or you can cut them into halves or quarters and just serve them individually.
That bunch up high.
Whoa, look at them.
Right there. Right in front. Right in front. Shoot.
He was fixing to sit down that time. See that?
Oh, where'd he come? Where'd he come?
Fellas,
He just fell in here is where he came from.
No.
Tell your dog I didn't hit that duck, Greg. Greg,
My goodness.
what signal tells him the dummy didn't get the duck? Which one of them calls you got tells him that?
None.
He's used to ducks falling.
When he hears a shot, there's something supposed to fall out of the sky.
He's going to be so untrained time we get through the day, you're going to have to send him back to the trainer and spend another $1,000 on him.
Show you how much that tide's fell in the last hour and a half. When we got here, I put that egret's tail touching the water, and it's, what, a good 6 inches or so?
Yeah, at least. There was water in our blind here, too, and it's gone. It's on down now.
That's how fast We'll tell you water was gonna fall. That's how fast it gets
Now
out.
that's
of here.
what's gonna make them ducks fly some more, right?
Yeah, when that water gets out of this marsh back in these areas. Archie, do you have a knife?
Yeah.
Howard, give Archie one of your shells. See if there's any shot in them things.
Don't start that. That's a low blow there.
Well, I was wondering,
How are
bird
you
is trying to
picking on you
land
now?
on him.
Not even worth commenting on. You always have to consider the source, Archie.
Yeah.
Consider the source.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 22, Odd Fishing. When you're tired of the same old fishing technique, try a little change in pace by combining hunting skills with fishing skills. Bow fishing shows you how to stalk and shoot carp. Ever caught a fish on a rope? That's right, no hooks required to land needle-nose guard. And travel deep to the ocean floor for a special spearfishing experience you'll never forget. So ask for Volume 22, Odd Fishing.
Sit. Okay, fellows. Got one.
Good shooting, Greg.
One.
Out of 3 shots?
Yep.
That's okay.
No, wait, what is all of this about when I shoot, things fall, and the dog is used to picking up birds, and
How many did you knock down?
I didn't even get to shoot. They were all on your side. Now, if I'd have been
That's
on
why I
that
didn't.
side,
That's why I didn't
if
stand
I
up.
would have been on that side,
Well,
Some of us have killed ducks this morning. Other of us haven't.
did you see that?
he had the corner, didn't he? Greg, you had a good corner now.
Oh, yeah.
What was those, Greg?
Model ducks.
Model duck fish.
Now those are ones that usually don't come in, do they?
Yeah.
Does he know? Could he see the duck? Does the dog see the duck?
No. See him, Archie? Good shot.
Ah, right on him.
Perfect.
Right on him.
Perfect. Good boy.
Let me look at that thing.
Archie. Yeah. Good boy. Come.
That's one of them old widgeons.
No, gray duck.
Let me see it, Greg.
Female gray duck.
All right, show us how to identify a gray duck from the rest of them now.
See? Again, it's a female. She's got white speculum on the wings.
Uh-huh.
It's the only bird that has a white speculum. Sit. Greenhead.
That's them old steel shells right there. You see that it won't reach up and get them like them lead ones would. Now how many points would he count now, Greg?
This is 20.
20 points. So you can get a total of how many now?
You can shoot until you equal or break 100.
Okay, so that
So
means
if you have 90, you can still shoot like any other bird. You know,
Okay.
Because you will break 100 on your next bird.
all right. So if I shot nothing but gray ducks,
Mhm.
what would that? How many I could shoot? 6, 5.
5. That would
Equal
100.
100.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's just shoot gray ones. We get more shooting in. Is that one of the lower pointed birds?
Yeah, that is the lowest point, is 20 points.
Well, I reckon why they put them so low.
Well, because there's a lot of them.
A lot of them.
Yeah,
I
that's
see.
the way they decide. Whatever there's a lot of gets the lowest point value.
I
The
see.
fewest birds gets the highest point value.
I see. Well, those dogs didn't have no trouble seeing that hit the water,
No, that one about hit him.
did they?
Mark?
Mark?
Nope, I never saw it. The other one. Get it. Good shot. Back.
That's a beautiful sight right there.
I kept saying, shit.
You got that duck. You think he can go back and get the other one?
We'll see.
Boy, I tell you, one that's well trained and got a little experience behind him is hard to beat, ain't he, Greg?
Oh, the only bad thing about a dog is you got to put up with him the first 2 years
To get him squared away.
To get him know what he's doing.
Yeah.
And after that, man, you don't tell him anything. You come out, he knows what to do, and just, it's super.
Bring him right here. Bring him right on over here. All right.
Male gray duck.
Male gray duck. That's a 20-pointer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these, both of those were gray ducks, wasn't
Yeah.
they? Now the male, show me the difference in the male there. Bring him up a little closer right in here. All right. That's it.
See the difference in the wings? This one's got a lot more white and a lot more black and a lot more red.
And that's the male and that's the female, right?
This is a young male.
Young male.
Yeah.
I see.
Hold this one, and
All
I'll
right.
show you what a mature male looks like.
Okay.
See, he's real
Oh
dark.
yeah,
See, he
yeah.
gets darker and darker.
And redder on
Yeah.
the wings.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, I can't take it, Archie. I'm getting hungry. I got to have some Cajun food or something.
Man,
You want
I got-
something to eat?
Yeah. What you got to eat?
Oh, I got these Cajun crawtators here.
Crawtators.
Yeah, that's a potato chip that tastes like a crawfish.
Let me have one of them.
Yeah, man, they're really good. Too, they're cholesterol free though, because we don't want to gain weight while we eat Cajun food.
Boy, I tell you what, I'd about give a quarter for a good hot cup of coffee
Did
right
you want
now.
one of these, Greg?
Y'all go ahead and eat. Somebody else will kill a duck.
Okay.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette. Like Volume 21, Dangerous Hunting. Boar hunting takes you on a wild boar hunt in South Alabama where the hunter becomes the prey. Alligator hunting takes you to the swamps of Louisiana for a strange but exciting alligator hunt. And Rattlesnake takes you deep in South Alabama for an educational afternoon full of fangs and rattles. So ask for Dangerous Hunting at your local video store.
Well, Greg and Howard, fellas, I don't know when I've had a better time out hunting and down in this marsh of Louisiana, and we got to get on in with them ducks, haven't we there, Howard?
Time to go to cleaning and making a duck gumbo, huh, Greg?
There you go.
Let's crank it off, Greg. And y'all stay tuned again next week for some more Outdoors with Archie Phillips.
That's enough.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette. Like Volume 19, Cooking from the Wild. Deer butchering shows how to butcher deer into steaks, hamburger, and even sausage. While Outdoorsman's Feast is a cooking show of many different game and wild plants to prepare an extravagant feast with all the trimmings. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Cooking from the Wild at your local video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
Well, I like going hunting, just me, my hound, and my gun. Chasing them deer, rabbit, and squirrel, now that's my kind of fun. I like going fishing too, I'll go on any whim, looking for the big bass, the poppy, and the brim. Just give me a wide open field to walk through. Give me an ocean so deep. I want to ride the longest river in the world, or maybe climb the highest mountain peak. Like going down to the fishing hole, my buddies and me and my old cane pole. Bait them hooks and wet them lines, it's a life I love so fine. It's almost supper time, you'd think the world was mine.
And now for today's outdoor adventure, here's Archie Phillips.
You got it.
You got that one, Archie. Look.
Yep, looks like he dropped pretty good there.
Good shot.
Dead in there. Dead in there. Looky here. There we go. Bring him here, Max. Woo, bring him in here. There we go. Uh-oh, we got another. I ain't got no more bullets, boys. Randy, you missed that bird. I know I did. Did you get that in Bubba? Yeah. Okay. Bob, y'all come over here in just a minute. Yeah, come on here, Bubba. Let's ease right on up here just a minute. We go down and get them singles. One kind of in some of the prettiest country in the world, right down here near Aliceville, Alabama. And got my good buddy here, Bubba Cameron, at Panola, Alabama. And we got trying something a little different here today. We got Bob Hickey here, who is the owner of Connecticut Valley Black Powder. And this is my first experience. Bob, who you got with you back there? Just missed that bird.
That's Randy Havel, one of my salesmen in Minnesota.
In Minnesota. Have you ever hunted quail with black powder?
First time.
First time. Well, that was sort of, I did get that one bird there, didn't I, Bubba?
Yeah, I was going to tell you, you might ought to hunt with these all the time. I've done several shows with you, and I think this is the first thing I ever seen you hit.
Now, Bubba, you being ugly now, you ain't going to never forgive me about that snipe show we done down that bog over, are you?
That was fun, though, wasn't it?
You remember how many bullets I shot them snipes?
Yeah, 4 boxes.
4 boxes. Never did pick one up.
Never picked one up.
Well, let's get on out there. We're down here. And Bubba, your operation here in Panola, hunters can call you and come down here. You got the wagon, they can ride a wagon or horses, or you can walk them, right?
Right.
And what's your season down here on your preserve?
We go from October the 1st to March 31st.
Pretty good season, ain't it?
Yeah, 6 months.
6 months. Well, I've hunted with Bubba down here many a time. It's some of the prettiest quail hunting country in the world down here. And right on the Tombigbee River. And incidentally, Bubba, the state free-flowing record from Alabama, you didn't even know that till this morning, 16 and about a quarter-pound bass come about 1.5 miles from your place. So you might be a famous bass place, too. Do you know that?
Well, we grow everything big around here. But people.
But people. Let's go get another quail.
Hold on a minute.
Hey, we need to go over this loading thing here, Bob. All right, Bob, why don't you give me a little quick synopsis again about this loading procedure. Make sure we got it down right now.
All right, Archie, first thing you need to do after you've shot is to put the hammers back on half cock, take the spent percussion caps off and get them out of the way.
Okay.
Now you're ready to go.
Okay.
You need to always need to treat the gun as a loaded gun. Keep it out away from your body at all times.
Okay.
You need a little safety trick for yourself, too, to get comfortable with. I put a marker in that barrel. That means that barrel is unloaded, and that's the last one I'm going to load, and I'm not working with it.
Okay.
This is a hunter's trick. It's the shot and the powder is pre-measured in it, ready to go.
You do this at night when you get back in, right?
Sitting around the fireplace, nothing to do, telling
Okay.
them hunting stories.
Okay.
Have the powder in one end and the shot in the other end. Powder is the first thing to go. We're using 1 ounce of powder, which is on the light side of the load.
We decide we're going to go a little heavier a little later on in the day.
We need a little help.
Bubba says either that or he's going to fire me, one of the two.
Powders first. We use a standard plastic shot load, just like you use in a modern shotgun. Put that in. Shot is next. Shot's in the other end.
Just pour right on in there.
Pour it in there, ready to go. Then you use overshot wad, which is that little piece of paper that I used on the other end. Put that in the barrel. Use the ramrod to just push it down the barrel.
And it stops right there on a mark you got on that thing, right?
That's correct. That shows me I haven't double loaded.
Okay.
Okay, that's that barrel.
All right.
Second barrel. See, I've got the gun out away from it at all times. Powder. Okay. Plastic.
There you go. There's your one right there.
Plastic overshot. Okay. Shot. Okay, now use my little safety marking.
Just put it in there crosswise and then take her on down, right?
That's correct. You just engage.
It lines up the same mark, right?
Same
there.
mark. You know you're loaded.
Okay.
Put the ramrod back in the ramrod channel. Make sure you get the ramrod all the way down below the barrel. Okay. Percussion caps.
Let me just hold them while you get them out.
Okay.
Now, these are little old bitty things here, too. All right, let's turn it sideways where we can see it there now.
Okay, this is the percussion cap. Put it on the nipple. Second one on the nipple. And then if you didn't do this next little technique, you'd have trouble if you're walking in the field, those percussion caps would fall off.
They'll slip off.
Slip off. Or if you fired the right barrel, you'd have trouble with the jar knocking this left barrel off. So you use a couple little plastic cap protectors.
That's just a little piece of clear plastic that slips right down over it, ain't it?
That's correct.
All right, when you get that on there, let's see what they look like now. All right, it's just right over the top of that percussion cap, and that keeps it from wiggling around, right?
And falling off.
And falling off. And you said the old timers used to use a piece of leather on that, didn't they?
They'd put a piece of leather down over it, that's correct, to keep it from falling off.
And then you just put your second one on.
All right, we're ready to go.
We're ready to shoot some quails, ain't we?
Yep.
Well, that is fine. All right, let's go. You ready, Bubba?
I've been ready.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Now, what's them dogs' names, Bubba?
Hobo in front.
Hobo.
Hobo.
All right, don't get too far in front of me now. Remember, I'm shooting this black powder and I'm still learning.
I got that one.
Now, Bubba, let me ask you a question here. These dogs now, I know you are a crackerjack good trainer, and the people bring dogs from all over you to train. When you start them off as little puppies, when do you start to train it? What age do you start to train it?
Well, we can get puppies. We like to get puppies around 12 weeks old.
Now, don't they send them in from all over the country for you to train?
Yeah. We got puppy pens out in the wild. We put them out in summertime, and we turn them loose and let them just stay out day and night.
This is what, 6 months old?
No, about 12 weeks.
12 weeks old.
And we leave them out day and night. We leave them and let them get used to felox, possums, whatever they come across out there. And then after a while, it's what we call a self-help program. If the puppy's any good and is really going to be a good dog, it comes forth, because after a while, see, he's out there. We got quail turning loose out there too.
So he'll run over them, won't he?
He'll run over them, and then he'll separate his game. He'll start leaving the felox and the possums and the coons and all that stuff along, and begin.
Is this his heredity that's coming out?
Right. It's what's bred in him.
Yeah.
It's coming out, you know.
Do you flunk any of them?
Oh yeah.
Some of them just won't make it.
Some of them never gonna make it.
What percent will not make
Well,
it?
if you put them out there as puppies like that, I expect 95% of them will make it.
Is that right? I wouldn't figure it'd be that good on dogs. All right, I got to load up, boys. Y'all done got ahead of me, hadn't you?
We've done loaded.
Done loaded. All right, let me get in here and get loaded up right quick.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 18, Louisiana Duck Hunting. Louisiana is gifted with the world's best flyaway and a cast of characters that provide that southern flavor. Our guests have harvested many ducks, and they bring their techniques home to you. You learn how to set decoys, and a calling lesson you'll never forget. So ask for Louisiana Duck Hunting at your favorite video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
You got one of them there. Bring him here, girl. Got one right here. Right here. Now, Bob, that time, I felt like I had
a hang fire?
A little, no, I think it fired, but it sounded like it hesitated a little bit.
But
how would I know?
If you're in doubt as to whether or not it fired, you check it with your ramrod.
Okay, all right.
That mark we made on our ramrod?
Yep.
Just keep the gun out away from you because it still could go off.
Okay. All right, now, that'd be the left barrel, right?
Okay, you can check them both because you don't know which barrel shot. That barrel shot, see the smoke coming out.
All right, it's gone.
It's empty, right?
All right.
Both of them are empty.
Okay, but what I did, I got sound like it was a
pop,
a little pause before it went.
That's if it.
Huh?
Yeah, before it ignited, light the powder.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know exactly how to read that. You know. Now one of them done picked that bird up, Bubba. That dog here picked it up right there, was coming this way with it. Bubba, that's a beautiful point. Let Bob get in there. Beautiful point, Bubba. Beautiful point. Good shot. Good shot.
Doubled up.
Now, what'd you get? Did you have a misfire in yours? Did you have a misfire in
on the previous run?
I just wanted to shoot that one.
I see. Well, that's a good shot there.
We're going to give that one to Bubba for stew when it's anyway night when we're done. Little feather stew, I think.
Yeah.
He was burrowed in there pretty good.
I tell you, that old thick green stuff, when you drop one, if you ain't got a dog to find your dead ones, they gone. Ain't no way in the world you can find them.
Archie, you hungry?
You ain't kidding. I mean, you done walked me all morning, Bubba.
Well, let's go eat some country fixed quail, all right?
You got enough for these other boys, too?
Well, we'll see after me and you get through.
Let's go do it. Arthur, you ready to take us to the barn? Yes. Let's do it.
That's some good hunting.
Yeah, that's fine hunting. You reckon you got any more left for this evening, Bubba?
Better have.
Better have some. All right. Folks, this is Mary Little down here at Bubba Cameron's, and she does the quail cleaning. Now, tell these folks how simple it is to clean a quail properly, Mary.
Okay, all you have to do is just get your wings and you
Now, wait a minute, now, what's that you using right there?
This is a bird clipper.
I mean, that's just a regular pair of pruning shears,
Yes,
ain't it?
it is.
A little old pruning
It
shears.
sure is. And you clip each wing. All right, then you clip the neck off. Make sure your neck is short enough so when you get ready to freeze the bird in the bag, it won't punch a hole. The bone won't punch a hole in the bag.
Okay.
And you clip the legs off.
Right at the knees there, right?
Yep, and then you clip the bottom part at the behind. The
Okay.
little pointed thing sticking up.
Okay.
Okay, then you start skinning your bird. Just get the skin off them just like that. Make sure ain't no hair on your bird.
You just turn that thing. All you did on the legs there, you didn't cut this good meat off here. You just cut off right there at the back end there, didn't
That's the back end of it. You leave
Okay.
those like that and you just get the guts out just like this. Just get your finger and just pull the guts out.
Pull them right on out of there.
Just pull them out.
And now you got a whole quail there.
That's it.
Now you know what we fixing to do in about 5 minutes, don't you?
Yeah.
Y'all done got us a nice country quail dinner ready,
Yes,
hadn't you?
sir. Right over at the trailer.
All right, now, folks, this ain't hard. Y'all seen it? Use a pair of pruning shears, cut the legs off the head, right at the back end, and just turn around and peel him right out, pull the guts out, and that quail is ready for the skillet.
That's all it is to it.
So, thank you, Mary. We appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Okay.
Good job, Mary.
Thank you.
Now, this here is Sarah Adams, and Mary just got through showing us how to clean these things. Now, you down to the business end of this thing, Sarah. How does these people that's watching the show, how do you cook quails like you do it? Now, what you got right here?
I got some great fried quails down in steamed gravy. We cook them about 45 minutes.
And you just fry them first in the skillet, right?
Fry them first in the skillet. I'll take them over here and move them on in this skillet. Put a little water in this skillet, make the gravy. Let them cook about 15 minutes here and add the gravy and let them go about 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Simmering.
Simmering.
Right.
Okay. Now, and you'd call that quail in gravy.
Quail in gravy.
All right. What is another way you can cook them?
You can fry them.
Just fry them in what?
Fry them in deep frying.
Yeah, like you just deep fat fry.
Deep fat fry.
Okay. And then you got us some taters to go with it.
Cream potatoes.
Cream potatoes. English peas.
And homemade biscuits.
And I seen them biscuits over on the table right there, and
You want me to hold
so we're gonna have us a good country quail dinner.
Right.
And we appreciate your and Sarah and Mary's efforts here to fix this for us, and want the folks back home to know how to do it. It's a real easy way to clean them, and they cook it almost like chicken, couldn't you?
Right.
Just any way you cook chicken,
Any way you cook chicken.
you can cook quail.
Right.
Well, I'm ready to sit down and have at it, ain't y'all boys?
Let's do it.
Right.
Let's do it. Okay, we thank you.
Bye-bye.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 17, Turkey Calling with a Champion. Preston Pittman, one of the nation's best turkey callers, takes you to his favorite hunting area in Monticello, Mississippi. Preston shares with you how to predict turkey habits and territories and how to call turkeys from the beginner to the most professional. Preston also teaches you his midday hunting techniques. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Turkey Hunting with a Champion at your local video store.
Now, Bubba, hold up here just a minute here. Now, these horses here, they're used to you all riding and hunting these quails on them, ain't they?
Oh, yeah.
In other words, you got walk hunts, and you got horse hunts, and you got the buggy hunts, right?
Right.
But this really makes quail hunting fun, riding these horses out through here.
Well, I like to hunt.
Do you on horseback?
Yeah.
Oh, that's super. Think we got any down through here anywhere much?
Yeah, we might have to cut it to our left.
Back in here? Okay, let's go over there. Get up here, boy. Which way, Bubba?
Just go right in to this white dog.
All right, let me get up there by you.
Okay, over and by.
You want to tell the folks always on this quail hunting, you don't want to never swing like my birds will be from here to the right, and so Bob's will be the other way. Isn't that the way you want it?
Right.
Okay. He's looking right at him, ain't he?
Yep. Oh.
Bubba, I'd almost be inclined to agree with you on that shot. Now, I had two good shots. You seen that, did you? Somebody hit something.
I got one down.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where'd he fall, Bob? Well, that's better than what I did. Now, one thing about the black powder, we got to pause a minute here, Bubba, and we're going to load back up.
All right.
There's the one.
There you go. There you go. Bring him in here.
Oh.
That's a beautiful covey right there, wasn't it,
Yep,
Bubba?
that was a...
Uh-oh, there's another. You got any load yet, Bob?
Nope.
I ain't got load one.
It'll take me...
Don't make too much racket over there, Bubba.
We got a point in there.
Okay.
Archie. You take those on the right.
Okay.
Get me out on the
All right.
left side there.
All right.
All right, good. Let it go.
Well, got one out of that bunch. I had a misfire right there that time.
Archie, you're doing real good.
Yeah, but I had a misfire then, and it just didn't do. That thing to do.
All right, let's go down and get the dead one.
All right, tell me when y'all ready. Everybody ready? Ease in there. Everybody ready? There he goes. Here, Bubba. Hot dog. Good shot. Good shot. Good shot. He got him. He got him. He got him.
That's a good shot.
Holy mackerel. Ah, good lick. Got him. You got him marked, Bob? There you go. Hey! Bubba got that one! Bubba. Oh, there's another. Get that, Bubba. Get that, Bubba. I know it. That was your first shot and your first black powder. What do you think about yourself now? You see where he went? There's another going across.
That's the one he hit. That was...
Now, you seen where that went, didn't you, Bubba? He marked right yonder. Doesn't know. You done good,
One
Bubba.
for one. He's going to retire.
Oh, that's a fine shot that time. There was a bunch of them in that wad, wasn't it?
Yep.
Ease right on in there when y'all.
I like that. He didn't say he was going up there and shoot. He said he was going to kill us.
Ease in there. Uh-oh, look out, look out. Was it the one that was hit, wasn't it? Look out, there you go. Ah, good shot, good shot. Good shot. Bring that bud in here.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 16, Catfish. Jug fishing teaches you the art of catching catfish with quart jugs, while Jump Box shows a fast and easy way to set a trot line. Box fishing shows how to use slat boxes, and grabbing catfish shows the technique of catching catfish out of submerged logs. So ask for Catfish at your local video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
Well, Bubba, I tell you what, every time I come down, it just gets better and better. The only thing that's wrong with it, you're a little further away from my house than you ought to be. Now, me and you had a first here today. It's my first quail hunting, my first time to shoot it. Now, I got a Cannon black powder, but I ain't never shot no shotgun.
Yeah.
And you told me you ain't never shot one.
Never shot one.
So that's
we did all right.
We done pretty good. These boys here is professionals, see what I mean? And Bob, I enjoyed you bringing the guns along and showing me all about it. And
Archie,
Randy for keeping us loaded in black powder, helping shoot some of them difficult birds. And of course, we got old Dead-Eye Jim over here. I mean, he made that real good shot down there. So we've just had a great, want to thank Mary and Sarah back out for that fine quail dinner. That was first class, wasn't it?
That was first class.
And just topped off a beautiful day. You got the sun kind of setting over there, and we want to thank the good Lord for providing us all this, ain't we, Bubba? It's just been a great place, and y'all folks stay tuned again next week for some more Outdoors with Archie Phillips.